पुनरपि जननं पुनरपि मरणं पुनरपि जननी जठरे शयनं पुनरपि जननं पुनरपि मरणं पुनरपि जननी जठरे शयनम् इह संसारे बहुदुष्टारे इह संसारे बहुदुष्टारे कृपया पारे पाहि मुरारे कृपया पारे पाहि मुरारे. Again and again one is born, and again one dies, and again one sleeps in the mother's womb. Help me to cross this limitless sea of life. This first line, Punarapi Jananam Punarapi Maranam, describes the process of samsara. Punaha is again, Jananam is birth. Punarapi Jananam means being born again, Punarapi Maranam means dying again. Punarapi Janani Jatare Shayanam, sleeping again in the womb of the mother. Shayanam is lying. Samsara is nothing but a repeated process of birth and death. Why does this cycle go on? It is because what I am pursuing or seeking is not fulfilled in the journey of this lifetime. Naturally, then, when I die, there are unfulfilled desires in my heart, and those unfulfilled desires make me take another birth in a suitable environment so that I can fulfill my desires. The description of this cycle process also represents the pain and suffering that we constantly go through in life, because birth and death are also extremely painful. In between, of course, there is a old age. There is disease and all kinds of other afflictions. Thus, there is constant pain. As Swami Dayananda Saraswati points out, the nature of dukkham dukkham sukham dukkham dukkham, a little pleasure, we would not survive. We are preoccupied and sometimes don't realize how our life is constantly filled with struggle, pain, and sorrow. Everybody thinks that their life is sorrowful, but the truth is that they have not observed others' life. God has made no exception. There is a reason why there is pain and suffering in this life. It is so that someday we will have an incentive to get out of this business. If it were not so, we would remain stuck in this life. There is a story in the Yoga Vasishta which illustrates this. A man was being chased by a tiger and was running for a life. He found a well and, not knowing where to go, plunged into it. Fortunately for him, some roots of a tree had grown through the wall in the middle of the well. He grabbed hold of the roots and managed not to fall into the water. As he hung there, he looked up and saw the tiger. He looked down, and below him was a snake in the water waiting for him. Then he saw that there were 2 rats among the roots. The rats were gnawing away at the very root from which he was hanging. At the time, there was a honeycomb on the tree above the well, from which honey was dripping slowly. The story goes that this fellow who was hanging for dear life stretched out to catch a falling drop of honey in his mouth. Thus, even in the midst of tremendous fear, this little drop of honey caused him to go on. Such pessimistic pictures are given only in order to make us understand certain realities of life. Iha samsare bahudushtare. Samsara, as we said earlier, is a sequence of birth and death. It is compared to an ocean. It is dushtara, extremely difficult to cross. This samsara is described as being an ocean which has no shore and is extremely difficult to cross. Not only are there waves that buffet or assault, but also aquatic creatures which attack. Thus, we struggle in this life. There is no end to this kind of samsara. Krupaya pare pahi murare. This verse represents the prayer of the devotee. Murari is Lord, enemy of the demon Mura. Mura stands for the ego. The prayer is, Hey Murari, O Lord, O enemy of the ego, Pahi, please protect me. I am drowning in this ocean of samsara, totally helpless and being attacked from all directions by various forces. I see no end to it and do not know how to cross it. Adi Shankara Charya, who expounded Punarapi Jananam Maranam concept, when he goes for bhiksha to a poor Brahman's house and find that lady is so poor and has only one dry amla to offer, he took sympathy and Kanakadara Stotram on Mahalakshmi. The goddess appeared before Shankara and refused to oblige as the Brahmin is suffering due to Purva Janma karma and nothing can be done. Shankara replies that Brahmin is so pious and extinguished his past karma in his present life, and why don't you shower your grace on him? Mahalakshmi then showered golden rain on the Brahmin's house. This shows it is possible to alter the fate in the present Janma. Seeking the help of the Lord and getting the strength is very important because we find ourselves weak and falling. Even though I have made a resolve not to come under the influence of anger, lust, and so forth, I still find that I come under their spell again and again. I can't resist those temptations. For example, I do not want to eat any sweets, but the candies in the bowl are very tempting, and I pick one up and put it in my mouth. Even while put it in my mouth, I know that I am doing something wrong, but I cannot resist the strong temptation. We constantly find that we cannot resist such strong temptations, and the only one who can help is God. Therefore, pray to the Lord, Iha samsare bahudushtare, kripaya pare pahi murare. O enemy of the demon Mura, please save me from this ocean of samsara. So this is all about the Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. So this is Suprita. Let's meet in the next video with other topic. Until then, Namaste.